Okay, boys and girls, so we just reviewed how to multiply to make equivalent fractions. On this slide, you are going to multiply to identify fractions that are equivalent to 1/4. So you have the fraction 1/4, and you need to look at the rest of these fractions and figure out which ones would be equivalent. Use the strategies we just did on the last slide to multiply your fraction by a fraction equivalent to 1, multiply 1/4 times a fraction equivalent to 1, and figure out if that fraction is equivalent to 1/4. If they are equal, circle them. If they do not equal 1/4, mark them out. There's a hint right here that I wanted you to pay attention to. Fractions that have the same denominator but have different numerators cannot be equivalent because they have the same number of pieces, but they're not talking about the same number of pieces. The whole was divided up into equal parts, and then they're talking about a different number of pieces out of that whole. The same thing happens when the numerator is the same and the denominators are different. If you have the same numerator, but you have a different number of pieces out of the same size whole, they cannot be equal. So that helps you know something right off the bat out of these 6 fractions. Which fraction, if we use our hint, cannot be equal to 1/4? I hope you're thinking to yourself, well, 3/4 cannot be equal to 1/4. You would be absolutely correct, because if the same size whole is divided into 4 parts, 1/4 is talking about 1 piece out of those parts. 3/4 is talking about 3 pieces out of those 4, and that is not the same. So now you only need to look at 4 more fractions and decide if they are equivalent or not. Make sure you show your multiplication to prove the ones you say are equivalent are absolutely equivalent.